All right, so this video will be extremely relevant for you if you try to manifest something within a certain time frame, if you try to manifest on a time crunch and you want to get something, within a certain amount of days, a certain amount of weeks, whatever, and you feel that you always find yourself coming back to these videos such as how to manifest within 3 days, how to manifest today, how to get your desire in 3 seconds, right? So if you found yourself watching those videos, this will be the solution for you. I really would like you to watch this and really understand this, because this can free you up of this loop of trying to manifest on a specific time frame, and then you get worried, oh my god, 2 days have passed and I still don't see any proof, so when will it finally happen? This is not the right way to manifest. And I can tell you that people who create videos like this, how to manifest within 5 days, how to manifest within 1 week, how to manifest today, it is to basically capitalize on your scarcity, to capitalize on your current lack, to capitalize on your fear, to capitalize on you really desiring strongly. And then of course you will click that video. Of course it will get that content creator a click, because they see that you're really wanting to manifest something. So they just produce a video that's called how to manifest within 10 seconds, and then you will click it. But what you will usually be left with is still yet another thing, another promise that will delay your manifestation, will delay you actually right here now being in the wish fulfilled. So you have to understand this once and for all. So there's only one thing hindering you to manifest your goals. I tell you that there's only one thing hindering you to manifest your goals. And it is you constantly being lured in by the sirens, right? You watching videos such as how to manifest within 3 days, how to speed up the manifestation. And again, don't get me wrong, I also explain stuff like that, but it's just you have to see from which paradigm do you come. If you really understand the law, if you really understand manifesting, if you really understand Neville's teachings, then you will stop watching these videos. They will no longer make sense. It's just, again, that you feel attracted to them because you quickly want to satisfy your hunger. You quickly want to satisfy your seemingly lack. You quickly want to watch something to feel good, but then 2 days later, again you feel the desire. Again, you see it is not there yet. Again, your seemingly deadline that you put on yourself is closer, and you still haven't manifested yet. So, again, don't get lured in by the sirens, right? The illusion is that there is time to begin with, right? The illusion, when you say, hey, I want to manifest this in 3 days. I want to manifest this in 4 days. I want to manifest this as quick as I possibly can. How can I speed it up? How can I get it quicker? The first of all is the preconceived notion that, okay, there is time. There will be time needed here to get me what I want, for me to be in the wish fulfilled, right? And in the 3D world, we perceive time and distance, right? That is undeniable. That is obvious, right? In the 3D world, we say, okay, this happened an hour ago. In 1 hour from now, I will eat dinner. So that's understandable. Or I go there, right? You go to a distance. That's how we perceive it in this world. But within awareness, right, consciousness, actually everything is here now. You can now close your eyes. You can now dwell on being here, having this, experiencing this, hearing this, feeling this, seeing this. In your awareness, it doesn't know distance. It doesn't know time. Everything is ever presently existent in that here and now space, in that awareness. But now, again, why is bringing time in your manifestation approach, why is that hindering you? And how can you manifest on a time crunch? I will answer both questions to you. So stay with me, okay? In our imagination, right, like I said earlier, in our awareness, everything is here now. There's no distance, there's no time, right? And here we come to the important part. Our world, our external world, our circumstances, what we call life circumstances, reflect back what we are now within. AKA, it reflects back that we are already within in the wish fulfilled. So if you now bring time into your inner world and you say, I want to manifest this in 3 days. I close my eyes, I imagine that I manifest this in 3 days. That I manifest this in 1 hour. That I manifest this in 1 week. What does that mean? It means that you bring time in your inner world. You basically dwell on not having it yet, on it happens in a week. It hasn't happened yet, but I manifest getting it in a week. I manifest getting it in 3 days. So that's unnecessary. That's not leading to anything, because again, what does that imply to the mirror of life? What does that imply to the external reflection? It implies you're not having it yet. You project it in the future. You say, okay, I will manifest it in 3 days. I will manifest it tomorrow. Yeah, I imagine that I manifest it in 3 days. But your name is not I will be. Your name is I am. You have to be it now in order to see it in the circumstances. Believe you have received, and then you will. Not believe that you will receive. No, believe you have received. That which you think, oh, it should happen in 3 days. It should happen in 1 week. It should happen today. Take that aside and simply go to that point where there is no longer a time gap there, where it already happened. I want to give you a practical example. So one of our members inside of the Upgrade Your Life program, he had a project at work that he wanted to finish within, I think it was around like 3 weeks. So he really desired to finish that program within 3 weeks. And at first he had an approach where he, imagined that it will happen. He imagined that it will happen within the 3 weeks. He imagined that he is finishing his project in 3 weeks. And I asked him the same question. I asked him, hey, what does that imply to the mirror of life? What does that actually mean? Well, it implies that it isn't finished yet. You are focused on the time crunch, and then you come out of that inner scene, and then you look, oh, is there movement yet? Has something changed yet? And then another day passes, and you're like, oh my God, another day passed, and I still haven't encountered the manifestation. I still desire it. But when would that thinking stop? That thinking would stop if you right now go beyond your end, so beyond that time frame, and you already experience that it is done. So what did my client, what did this member of the program do? He imagined after this program was amazingly done, what would imply that? How would he go to bed? What would a work colleague say to him? Right? So he didn't focus on the time and that it still needs to happen, that it hasn't happened yet, that it hopefully happens within a certain time frame. That means that within it is not done yet. He instead shifted within to the state where it is fully done, where there is no longer it needs to happen in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. It just happened beautifully within its own perfect time. And then it actually did happen within that perfect time. Because for him, within it was already done. And then he acted through that state and no longer through I'm trying to make it done. I'm trying to get it done within that time frame state, which will never work. So I really hope that this makes sense. I gave my best to explain it as clear as I can, guys, but it's very important for me that you understand this. It's very freeing when you get away from this how to manifest within a day, 2 days, 3 days. It doesn't matter, because you should not focus on how to manifest it within certain days. Your job is to experience the wish fulfilled. If it then manifests within 1 day or 3 days or 5 days, that's not relevant. It will manifest. And if you apply this mindset for a time crunch situation where you say, hey, I want to go to this concert, which is happening in 1 month. Well, then still, if you say, oh, in 1 month I want to be there, in 1 month I want to be there, and stuff like that, and you focus on how can I manifest that in 1 month I'm there. No, what would imply you went to the concert? What would imply you are at the concert? And in the here and now, you make an experience. You make the shift in the wish fulfilled state. There will be no more time left. You transcend time and projecting something in hopefully an external future by within in the here and now, being in the state where you are now at the concert, where now your work project is finished, where you're now with that partner, where you now have the business success. But don't include time in your inner world. Right? Don't include it. I want this to happen tomorrow. No, experience the tomorrow here now. But don't say, oh, I want this to happen in the future. No, experience that future. What you say, hey, that's happening in the future. That's happening in X days or weeks. Bring that in the here now and dwell in that end state. Okay? So let me know in the comments, please, if that makes sense. Let me please know in the comments, if that helped you, because with this one, I specifically want to make sure that you understand this. And then I tell you those videos, how to manifest within 3 days and all that, it will no longer really speak to you. You will no longer see the sense in that. You will no longer bring time in your imagination. You will no longer project something into the future, because you will know that there is no future. There is no time to begin with. In awareness, your wish fulfilled. In your imagination, your wish fulfilled exists right now. So go there fully. Then you will no longer even, in a sense, have this mindset of, when my manifestation happens, hopefully in 3 days, then I feel so relieved. No, because then you will understand that your wish fulfilled is now available in you. It doesn't need any time. You can now experience your wishes fulfilled. Then the manifestation is only the consequence of that. It's only the reflection, the result. but there is no time to begin with. You can now experience your wish fulfilled, period. In your inner world, in your imagination, in the here and now, you can now experience imaginatively something that implies, something that anchors you in the state of being who you want to be, in the state of having what you want to have. So there is no time to begin with. And then it happens in its own divine timing, so to speak, in its own appointed hour. Right? And I would apply the same principle for even a time crunch like situation. So if I say next week there is this meeting and I really hope that this person is there, well, instead of, looking forward to the meeting and manifesting that, yes, in 1 week I will see this person there, no, I'd right now imagine that I'm talking to this person that I want to see at the meeting or at this restaurant or whatever. I'm just making a scenario up. But I'm right now there. There's no more time needed. It is done. And then again, what happened to this member of my program who wanted to finish a work project within 3 weeks? He no longer worried about the time. He no longer looked for, oh my God, is there movement yet? Is it coming closer to an end yet? No, for him, it was already finished. He didn't focus on the remaining time and trying to manifest it in 3 weeks. He was internally already at the end where it already was finished perfectly in the perfect time. And then that happens. So don't bring time in your inner world, right? Don't imagine to get it in the future, right? That means that in your inner world, you are not it yet. You are not it now. But life can only give you and reflect back to you who you are already, what is already done for you, right? So if you want to stop manifesting more waiting, then apply this. Let me know what you think about this. If you need any more help, you can check out my program, which includes a step-by-step system, my community, coaching calls, personal attention, and I look forward to speaking to you in the next one. Bye, guys.